080-951-0810-951-0951. Today's Sports Live. Good afternoon. Hello.
Yes, good afternoon, Wisdom.
Good afternoon. Your name and where you're calling us from?
I'm called Shadrach is my name. I'm calling from Lagos.
Shadrach, welcome to the show. Go ahead.
I visit the studio, remember.
Good afternoon, Shadrach.
Yes, I want to talk about the Rivers United and the league leaders. The third place this Lobby Star. So really, the chase is hot now. The chase is hot now, but I believe that Rivers United will get to somewhere. Because I know the point is not far, maybe 4 points ahead of them. But I know that one thing, Plateau United will also drop points. Now, Eyimba is at this position. They have more at 75 matches. Then they will also drop points. So that's the side. Everybody will drop the points. Nobody will win 6. Win the match. India cannot win all their 5 matches. So if they win, fine, they go to the league, but they cannot win all their 5 matches. Plateau will never win all the whole matches that is remaining. Rivers will never win all the whole matches, but I know that Rivers United, they will get to Champions Continental match. They will play Continental matches in Rivers State.
Okay.
So let us watch. That's my take.
All right, thank you so much, Shadrach, for your thoughts. He says he believes Rivers United would find a way to get to the continent or even win the league. Maybe Plateau United would drop points. I don't know, but for the Aqua fans and the others, maybe is there still a chance for your team to probably make it into the title race? 0817-0000951, 0810-951-0951. And alternatively, you can send us text messages or WhatsApp messages on 0701-9339-962. Today's Sports Live. Good afternoon.
Yeah, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Your name and where you're calling us from?
Yes, I'm Mecca and the rest. Good afternoon. My name is Promise, and I'm calling from Ilelewa.
Welcome to the show, Promise. Go ahead.
Yes. For the first time, in my own assessment, that the league has been so hot. The teams are from number 1 to 5. I think they are chasing themselves very well. Even though Plateau United is at the top now, it's not a guarantee. You see, Enyimba is always a team that comes from behind and that overshadow others. And look, they are just at the periphery there with outstanding matches.
Okay.
So the lack of Plateau United, Rivers United, and the rest should just brace up. Otherwise, they will find themselves in position which they never expected.
Right.
And I like it. If the league continues like this until the end, then we are going to get true representatives of Nigeria in the continent. And I hope something good might come on.
All right.
Thank you
so much for your thoughts. Of course, it looks like it's going to be a fight to the death. Maybe till the last day or 2 match days before to the end of the season before we get to find out who the champions will be. But the phone line is still open. 0817-0000951, 0810-951-0951. Today's Sports Live. Good afternoon.
Hello.
Good afternoon.
Yes, I read Chelsea.
Your name and where you're calling us from?
My name is JTF. I'm calling from Port Harcourt.
All right, JCF, have your say.
Up Ehimba.
Opaba.
Ehimba, they come. If you don't agree, you go agree by force.
Loud it.
I'm telling you. So, my brother, I want you to find out how many teams in Nigeria that have won the highest Nigerian Premiership. Please find out.
Is Eyimba, no?
Wow.
Is Eyimba 8 times?
8 times.
Yes.
Rangers 7.
Rangers 7, yeah.
All right, thank you.
Thank you so much. Victor, we have some messages coming through from the message portal.
Yes, we do. The first message is from Matthew Kalio. He says, greetings to the sports crew. All football games being put off is a good move. One must be alive before getting wealth. Sports is a crowd thing. So let the government do the needful to mitigate against the killer virus. While Tony says it's a sweet revenge for Rangers. Dakara beat them at Enugu that led to the sacking of Benedict Ugu. Maybe Caleb Esu will be sacked in return.
All right, back to the phone line. Today's Sports Live. Good afternoon. Hello.
Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Anyone where you're calling us from?
Yeah, and I listen on the line. I agree to now.
We greet you.
Yeah. How many points is Plateau United now currently against Enyimba?
49 points. That's 13 points difference between them and Enyimba.
13 points. And Enyimba have 15 points to grab in the outstanding.
Yeah.
I say 15 points.
Let them prepare the ground. You know, when John the Baptist came to the world, he came to prepare ground for the master. All those people in that part of the league is preparing ground for the master. The master is coming.
Okay.
Take it to the bank.
Okay. Thank you so much, Ed Allison, for your thoughts. Today Sports Live, good afternoon.
Wisdom.
Lawson, welcome to the show.
Greetings. Yes, I don't know. This LMC, I think they have a lot of problems because how many accumulated matches the Enyimba still has?
5.
5. You can imagine. A whopping 5. Why? See, I keep asking why were these games not played before you understand
No, they couldn't have been played. The matches were clashed. We were clashing with the CAF Confederation Cup encounters the Enyimba were playing then. So there was no way Enyimba could have played those outstanding matches.
I don't know really because for them to have all this amount of matches, you understand, accumulated, I feel that it's speaking. Really, it's not because Enyimba now with the way Enyimba is looking, they know the outcome of this other one, so they will just go there play knowing that when they win and then they get to the top. I see in future. I think that they should look for a way. If Enyimba has a continental engagement, they should play the match
midweek,
earlier.
okay, or something. Okay.
Yeah, that way it will be better. But look at it, 5 outstanding matches. What is the guarantee that Enyimba will even lose one? I don't like it, honestly. Thank you.
Thank you so much. If the flights and everything was easy, all these things would have been avoided.
Yes, the league fixtures in Nigeria clashes with the continental engagement
on Sundays. At times,
It's not supposed to be so. Over there in Europe, I mean, when they are playing Champions League midweek, Tuesday, Wednesday, league matches, in the top flight leagues are not being played at the same time. So at the end of the day, it's something the LMC should look into going forward because I mean, these accumulated matches
makes it easier for you to climb.
Undue advantage as it were
because you know what you need
exactly
to do
what to do
to get to
be
where
they want to be. Yeah, exactly.
All right, let's move our attentions now to the other parts of the world where. Of course, the issues continue, and we start off with England, where English football would not return until April 30th at the earliest, after the decision was reached at an emergency meeting between the clubs. But the 2019/2020 season will be extended indefinitely. Officials from all 20 English top-flight clubs spoke over a conference call yesterday morning to coordinate a strategy for completing the fixture list in the wake of the coronavirus pandemic, which has led to the suspension of almost all sport. It has been decided that the Premier League, the EFL, and the women's football will continue to be suspended until April 30th at the earliest. The deadline for returning to action has also been extended indefinitely as part of an agreement with the FA. Yes, so the result of that meeting, that mighty Thursday meeting, is out. The Premier League will be suspended until April 30th at the earliest. Yes, but the ending of the league and all that has to do with that, for now, it's indefinite. It has been extended indefinitely. Well, let me come to you, Emeka. They gave reasons that it was because of the Euros that were postponed to next year. So they now have the luxury of extending it indefinitely. But we also have the transfer market. We also have a lot of things around this one. But I don't know what you make of this move by the FA. And that, anyway, we'll come to that. But I don't know. Do you think it's a good one? April 30th at the earliest, indefinite.
The main reason is that the coronavirus, pandemic is still ravaging.
It's still there.
The world, and not just the world. United Kingdom, the pandemic is still spreading.
Over 2,600 cases.
So at the end of the day, uncertainty surround the future of the league as it stands right now. That's why they have to postpone the league indefinitely. They have the luxury of doing that. The Euros will not take place this year. It will not take place next year. They have to look for a way to wrap up the league before 30th of June, as it were. So, what more can you say? Is something that is common sense. You just do the needful. You can't play the league when the virus is threatening human life, taking humans, as it were. players and managers in the Premier League affected. You never can tell what happened hereafter. Bringing large crowd of people, at the end of the day, you risk even further spreading the virus. So to remedy the situation, as a precaution, they have to suspend the league indefinitely. Sports is shut down in the world right now. Sports is basically shut down in the world. Even in Nigeria, the sports ministry have said no sporting event. They've written to all the sports federations in the country, no sporting event anywhere. Not just football. We talked about football earlier. It's not just about football. It's about every other sport. So you're not permitted to play cricket, to play basketball, nothing. You understand? Anywhere in Nigeria at the moment. You understand? So the same thing applies over there in England. Earlier it was till the 3rd of April, but after the meeting today, they decided to further push it to 30th of April at the earliest. Now, on the 30th of April, they will still come back to
meet again,
to know whether they will even continue, depending on the state of coronavirus. Advices from the World Health Organization and other relevant health authorities, in United Kingdom. I mean, this is really, really devastating. We haven't had it so bad, ever since. I mean, I grew up as a little boy, started following sports. I haven't had something like this before. It's too, this pestilence is taking a huge toll on sports, and not just sports, every other aspect of human life.
According to no photocopy, no duplicate, let us go and cry and ask for mercy. But the La Liga president now, Javier Tebas, he remains hopeful that all European leagues can be completed by June 30th, despite the coronavirus pandemic. The majority of sports across the globe have been halted by the outbreak of COVID-19, with football seeing Euro 2020 and Copa America pushed back to 2021 as a result. Tebas is part of a working group set up by UEFA to devise solutions for the resumption and/or conclusion of the current season in a coherent manner. La Liga's chief is confident things can be wrapped up by the end of June, though he acknowledged around 6 weeks of competition would be required. Meanwhile, Edwin van der Sar has expressed belief that Europe's major leagues will be concluded on or before the 30th of June. The former Ajax and Manchester United goalkeeper, who is currently the chief executive officer at Ajax, said that a meeting will be held as soon as it is safe to play to make a decision on the new date, but that by all means the leagues should be able to finish before the 30th of June.
I'd like to start the leagues hopefully as early as possible, as it is safe for players and spectators to finish the league before the 30th of June. There will be a high-profile group of important people who are going to talk about the exemptions maybe, or maybe difficulties to finish it before the 30th. So what are the options and the possibilities to maybe run a league till the 15th of July? What kind of implications will that have? And I think the whole football world should unite and make sure that happens before the 30th. Is it players? Is it the clubs, the leagues, the federal the nations in that way? So we should be able to finish the league before the 30th.
All right, let me come to you, Victor. He says before the 30th. I like the way the English Football League and FA, indefinitely the league has been extended. Now, Van der Sar is saying they believe that between now and the 30th of June, all the major leagues will be wrapped up. We don't even have a vaccine yet.
No, but
neither do we have a cure.
Those comments came before the meeting today.
Okay.
Yes, those comments from Van der Sar came before the meeting
before
today.
The meeting.
You understand? As at yesterday, they were working on a 3rd April date. Now it's been shifted to 30th April. At the earliest.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure.
The comments will hold water.
But Emeka,
it's almost impossible.
The meeting today was the Premier League.
Yes.
Van der Sar is of the Dutch league.
But he's saying the major leagues in Europe.
Yeah.
The Premier League is one of the major leagues in Europe. The Premier League have said they are postponing indefinitely. Let's even say they are starting on the 30th of April. When are they playing the remaining matches? How about the FA Cup? How about the Champions League,
the Europa League?
That they haven't concluded the round of 16 stages. Europa League, in the round of 16 stages and what have you. So at the end of the day, the possibility of wrapping things up, starting from 30th of April to 30th of June, is very, very impossible. I tell you, it's impossible. So we are in for one bumpy ride as far as football is concerned this year.
And a month plus without anything like football.
08
Victor, Superman. Someone said, "Can this year start afresh?
Can
2020 start afresh? Let's wish each other Happy New Year again. Let's start afresh."
It looks like we might just. I think it might just
sports-wise already.
We might just press reset. 0817 0000951 0810 9510951 for the text message portal remains 0701 9339962. Today's Sports Live. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Your name and where you're calling us from?
My name is Prince from Ahoda.
Go ahead.
I want to know how many confirmed cases in England about the players.
Okay, about the players.
Yes.
I only know of Callum Hudson-Odoi and Mikel Arteta.
Okay.
In the English Premier
In the English Premier League,
Premier
that is. Okay. Victor, we have some messages.
Yeah, we do
coming
have
through.
this message from Europe. He says NFF ban on all football plus street game. Would there be a task force to enforce the ban? If no, street game will never stop. He also said, does it affect bet centers? Well,
What are you betting when? Today's Sports Live, good
you
afternoon.
bet virtual.
Wisdom.
Lawson.
I think just like you said, let us start afresh because there is no way that 30th of April they will start and conclude in June. Because the scientists, the medical scientists are still battling. You understand? Even if the vaccine, even a drug to cure it, it's not there. Not to talk of developing a vaccine. Or are they telling us that between now and then, a vaccine and a drug will be developed? That's the problem. So I don't know on what ground they are saying 30th of...
They're just being hopeful.
I see the truth of the matter is that not all just void all the leagues, the major leagues.
Make Liverpool people don't hear that thing for your mouth.
No, Emeka, the truth of the matter here is that let us start afresh.
Even if you avoid it, when are you going to start the next season? Is there any guarantee that by August that the pandemic would have, been wiped out?
All right, let's move on. Today's Sports Live, good afternoon.
Good evening. Muna Timso from ADA. Who is our dinner and Emeka and Victor, I greet you all.
We greet you, Muna Chimso. Go ahead, quickly.
Emeka, please tell me, I want to know where you are now, their position in the league. And again, I'm hearing something from you people, whether this week, Sunday, the game will not continue.
No.
Yeah.
The matches have been suspended till further notice. Enyimba are currently 5th on the table with 36 points from 20 matches. They have 5 outstanding matches.
So, 5th round?
5th, yes. With 36 points.
Okay, because of coronavirus?
The suspension of the league, yes, because of coronavirus.
Today's Sports Live, good afternoon.
Hello, this is Simon.
Simon, welcome to the show. Go ahead, quickly.
Okay, Nigeria has postponed their league. England postponed their own. Spain have postponed their own. But there's no vaccine, there's no medical, there's no medicine that will say to cure this sickness. I blame our government because...
You blame our government for the coronavirus?
Yes, we do not take things serious. We still take things serious. Okay, now, let's do it. If our medical doctors will be able to...
Okay, let's hope our medical doctors will be able to do something. Victor, we have some messages coming
Lucky
through.
from Abba says, good day, guys. Enyimba for the title. There is no room for arguments. We are the people's elephants. Lawson, stop crying. We are going to retain the title. It is our birthright. While in the WhatsApp portal, someone Ogolo's Cake from Igrita says, good afternoon, today's Sports Live crew. Auntie Koro has ridiculed our wonderful world of sports. I hope that normalcy will return soon to the world of sports. He or she went for that to say, please, who was the first Nigerian soccer player to play abroad?
Today's Sports Live, good afternoon.
I think that was okay. Was Testing Balogun.
Yes, yeah. Is it Thunder Balogun?
Today's Sports Live, welcome to the show.
Yeah, good afternoon.
Go ahead, we can hear you. Your name?
My name is George. I'm from Okrika.
Go ahead, George.
I am not these dates, the even 30th of April. Well, if we can find a cure for...
Sorry, we lost that. As for the caller who asked for that, I think is he a Nigerian national team player?
He just said Nigerian player. And I think it is between Titus Okere and Teslim Balogun. Teslim Balogun signed for Peterborough United. That was in 1955. Titus Okere was 1952, thereabouts, to Swindon Town.
Maybe we'll confirm that before the next show. But thank you so much for being part of this show. Thanks also to Emeka Dena and Victoria who joined us up for analysis. My name is Wisdom Obina. The show makes a return, same time, same station tomorrow. But before that, we have Sports Attack that will be coming up by 7:30 a.m. in the morning. Until then, keep it locked on this dial. Today FM 95, the Rocky.
Say peace square, we done the yarn again, yarn again. We just the boss, we done the rhyme again, rhyme again. From Nigeria, we done the play away. Omo wahala day, I see danger.
When the big stories break, depend on our 24-hour news team to bring you the latest. Today, 95.1 FM.
Today, 95.1 FM. Board Hardcore. News update.
Good evening. Here is the news update on Today 95.1 FM, Port Harcourt. I am Kala Da Korubatubo. The federal government has announced the plan to reduce 1.5 trillion naira from the 10.59 trillion naira 2020 budget. Minister of Finance, Budget and National Planning Zainab Ahmed made the announcement while briefing newsmen in Abuja. The minister said the cut from capital expenditure stood at 20%, while recurrent expenditure would incur 25%. The National Assembly had passed the budget at $57 per barrel oil benchmark, which has now dropped to less than $30 per barrel. The Lagos State government has announced 4 new cases of coronavirus. This was disclosed by the Commissioner for Health in the state, Professor Akina Bayomi, at a media briefing. This came after 5 fresh cases of the deadly virus were announced by the federal government. Abayomi said 1,300 new contacts have been traced. He, however, announced that the Italian, who is the first case of COVID-19 in Nigeria, is now free of the virus. The total number detected cases now come to 12 so far in the country. Meanwhile, the Katsina State Commissioner for Information, Yakubu Danja, said that the state has no case of coronavirus because the result of the suspected case is out and the person is negative. The Court of Appeal in Abuja has affirmed Ifeanyi Uba as the senator representing Anambra South Senatorial District. The Court of Appeal held that the judgment of the lower court, which sacked Uba as senator, is a nullity. Justice Stephen Ada, who delivered the judgment, held that the law makes it mandatory for a legal practitioner to sign an originating summons before it is issued out. Justice Bello Kawu of a Federal Capital Territory High Court in Kubwa, Abuja, had nullified the election of Senator Uba for presenting a forged National Examination Council NECO certificate to INEC. But Uba contended that it was not given fair hearing, which prompted counsel to the Senator Onyechi Ikpezu to argue that as of the time the judgment, the suit was not properly filed before the court, and that consequently the entire proceedings and the judgment emanating from the court are incompetent. Despite a 2007 Federal High Court order restraining anti-graft agencies from investigating any past and present official of the Rivers State government, a fact sheet of the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission exposing alleged corrupt practices of former Governor Peter Odili is now in the public domain. The fact sheet reveals that the FCC has commenced a probe into how Peter Odili allegedly diverted 100 million naira for personal use. The FCC in this report alleged that 1.5 billion naira out of the amount was used by the ex-governor to obtain a doctorate degree and naming of a hall after him in Lincoln University, USA. The FCC claimed that the ex-governor allegedly laundered the 100 billion naira under the guise of pursuing a power project in Rivers State. In the meantime, it was gathered that Odili, in a suit filed March 12, 2020, has asked the Federal High Court to restrain the EFCC from investigating him. The former Rivers State governor said the EFCC was bound by the 2007 judgments of the Federal High Court on the perpetual injunction against his arrest and prosecution. On the foreign scene, as at today, China has recorded 0 new or suspected cases in Wuhan and Hubei provinces. This is according to the National Health Commission of the People's Republic of China in a statement published on their official website. The COVID-19 outbreak, which began in Wuhan, China, has no local infections. Just last month, China was confirming thousands of new cases every day and was marked as the most high-risk infection area in the world. China's fight against the virus involved implementing severe quarantine measures as some residents were unable to leave their apartment for a month, strict travel restrictions, and limited and altered transport between major population hubs. With the zero case of coronavirus, China has said visitors into the country must undergo 14-day compulsory quarantine. Finally, the League Management Committee, LMC, has suspended the Nigeria Professional Football League until further notice over the outbreak of the COVID-19. The LMC, in a statement, said the move is in line with global preventive measures against the pandemic. The LMC added, in suspending the remaining league matches, it would review the decision after consulting Nigeria's health authorities. The Nigeria Football Federation, NFF, had earlier suspended all football activities in the country for 4 weeks due to the outbreak of the disease. And that's the size of the news update at 4 p.m. Thank you for listening. The Platform Radio is up next. Stay tuned. I am Kala Da Kurubatabo.
Today's news, today's entertainment, today's sports, today's issues. Today on Today 95.1 FM, Port Harcourt.
Have you heard that coronavirus has been confirmed in Nigeria?
My brother, don't panic. The Federal Ministry of Health and Nigeria Center for Disease Control have advised that everyone should do the following to stay safe. Wash your hands regularly with soap under running water. Use hand sanitizer if there is no water. Cover mouth with bent elbow or tissue when you cough or sneeze. Dispose the used tissue and wash your hands immediately. Avoid touching eyes, nose, mouth with unwashed hands. Clean and disinfect frequently touched objects and surfaces such as door locks, tables, and chairs. Avoid close contact with sick persons or anybody coughing or sneezing.
Please, Mary, what are the symptoms of coronavirus?
Any person infected with coronavirus can have fever, cough, difficulty in breathing, and shortness of breath.
Don't panic. Coronavirus is preventable. If you have traveled to any country with reported local or community transmission, stay indoors and away from people for 14 days. If you develop any of the symptoms mentioned above, call the Nigeria Center for Disease Control NCDC toll-free line 0800-97000010. Share information about coronavirus only from verified sources like the Federal Ministry of Health, the Nigeria Center for Disease Control, and the World Health Organization WHO. This message is from the Nigeria Center for Disease Control NCDC, the Federal Ministry of Health, and partners.
It all begins with breaking news.
Now make no mistake, this is a difficult mission, and it will remain difficult for some time.
Then it keeps trending. Events, issues, personalities, all struggling to gain attention. But in the race for deadlines, the intrigues, power play, undercurrents are often missed or underreported.
Insecurity here is basically a product of poverty.
But not anymore. As the platform on radio steps in to fill the missing links on events, issues, and personalities in the news.
I'm not afraid of anybody.
The platform on radio serves only the hottest topics and trending issues. Only on Today 95.1 FM. 95.1 FM. Port Harcourt. Every weekday at 4 p.m. Get on the platform on radio and be served.
All stand, greet.
Good morning, sir. Good morning. You're welcome to Jagbajantis High School. My name is Sound Sultan, your new mathematics teacher. By the way, do you understand Pidgin English? Yes, sir. Okay, now what we go use henceforth? Okay, carry your pen. Carry your paper. Them for my class. People of this world, them plenty. Sins of this people, many. So many. Many times plenty, multiplier. Many times plenty, multiplier. The answer you get now waiting, they make poor man they cry. The answer you get now waiting, they make rich man they mess and leaders they lie. The answer you get now waiting, they make young boys and girls join party. As visa you get now waiting, they make innocent man rot inside the jail. Get it, and then agree to grant and bail. Get it, oh. Everybody, oh yeah, oh, join Jamba Jantis, make we solve mathematics. We did our continent, so oh, you both say about mass, we go use take solve mathematics. So follow Jamba Jantis. So you
cannot in any way talk about PDP. In any way talk about PDP, have their hand in the removal or attempted removal of Adam Soshomole. It's unfortunate. So for me, it's unfortunate that this is the country we're in. Anybody can come and say whatever rubbish. What's our business in the removal of Adam or attempted removal of Adam Soshomole? Nigerians have known, Nigerians have seen what we have said before about the party. It's not a party that means well for this country. The governor of Imo State, Senator Hope Uzodimma, will make such statement without knowing his background. And I want to let him know that if he dares to say further about PDP, then PDP will tell him whom he is. This should be the last time that Hope Uzodimma will dare open his mouth to talk against PDP. If anybody will talk about PDP, it cannot be Senator Hope Uzodimma, and let him stop for the last time. If he dares it again, he will see our reactions and will tell the world whom he is.
I cannot wait for the reaction there. That is Governor Wike giving out the warning to his Imo State counterpart, Governor Hope Uzodimma. Like I said, I am waiting for what the governor will do now. All right about now, the time is 12 minutes into the hour, and I officially welcome you, of course, to the Thursday edition of the Platform and Radio on your premium talk station today in 95.1 FM, Port Harcourt. I am Kalada, or in full, you can call me Kalada Kurubatubo. My job right about now is simple. It is to give you insight into some of the news reports making the rounds. Of course, those stories that are trending. In case you're listening to the program for the first time, the Platform on Radio is that radio program where you and I come together. We look at trending issues critically, holistically, and while we're looking at it, we take alongside correspondent reports, because our correspondents are out there and they're sourcing reports, investigating, formulating. They're out there on the field investigating, and on this program we get to talk to them, or we get to talk to them live and listen to them, and take some of those reports that probably did not make it into the bulletin, because I always tell you, if we take all those stories and put it in the bulletin, the news bulletin might just be too cumbersome to listen to. All right, welcome once again. What is on the menu this evening? Stay tuned and you get to find out. Imo State Governor Hope Uzodimma responds to Governor Nyesom Wike, says PDP is almost collapsing on the head of the Rivers State Governor. Federal Accounts and Allocation Committee, FAC, yet to reach agreement on how to share February allocation as COVID-19 takes its toll on Nigeria's revenue, and other updates on the coronavirus. A lawyer and PDP's 2019 governorship aspirant, Solagbo West, dies in kidnappers' den. Sad news there. All right, stay tuned for conversation in details. All right, the meeting between the 36 states and the federal government over how to share the monthly allocation for the month of February has stalled. This is because the Federation Account Allocation Committee meeting ended in a stalemate. The meeting, which was presided over by the Minister of Finance, Budget and National Planning, Zainab Ahmed, and attended by commissioners of finance from the 36 states of the Federation, ended in a stalemate because the committee could not agree on the amount presented for sharing by the revenue generating agencies. Now, it will interest you to know that the bulk of the revenue that comes into the Federation account from sharing or for sharing by the three tiers of government is from crude oil sale. And the value has now dropped from over $65 to less than $30 per barrel. Oh, God. Also, the Lagos State government has announced 4 new cases of coronavirus. We call it Koro or Zirona. This was disclosed by Commissioner for Health in the state, Professor Akin Abayomi, at the media briefing. Now, this came after 5 fresh cases of the deadly virus were announced by the federal government. Abayomi said 1,300 new contacts had to be traced. Or have been traced already, yeah? Now, you have announced that the Italian, who is the first case of COVID-19 case in Nigeria, is now free of the virus. Good news, I guess. Now, the total number detected cases now come to 12 so far in the country. Meanwhile, the Katsina State Commissioner for Information, Yakubu Danja, said that the state has no case of coronavirus because the result of the suspected case is out and the person is negative. Last month, Delta State Governor Okowa expressed fears that some states may not be able to pay salaries in few months' time because of the effects of coronavirus in our economy. Is this about to happen? What should state governors begin to do at this point? You know, we've been saying this thing on Today 95.1 FM for so long a time. We've been arguing that it is time for state governors to stop relying on allocation from the top. Stop manna from heaven. We've been crying out. Now look at us now. Look at us now. Look at us now. What should state governors do? Or what should they begin to do? Which states do you think has got savings for periods like this? 36 states in Nigeria. Which states do you think have savings for periods like this? And now, just like Lagos. I mean, so many questions, you know. Just like Lagos. Do you think it is time for a lockdown? Shut down schools, churches, markets, no much vehicular movement. I'm talking about public transportation now. Everybody, stay in your house. I've got with me in the studio Mr. Victor Eziama, and we will be talking about the development, the coronavirus and the economy. Welcome. All right.
Yeah.
Good evening. Good evening.
Hi.
Welcome.
Hi. Calendar.
Welcome now. So, what is happening? First of all, why are we having this stalemate? Why can't we come to a conclusion so people can begin to receive salaries and all of that stuff?
Dr. Okoa raised this alarm last month, and I think a lot of people took it for granted. And the reality is upon us now. Right now, crude oil is selling as at now, selling at $29 per barrel.
Okay,
and this is compared to what it used to be. And a lot of governments are beginning to take steps to cushion the effect of the economy on their citizens. So for the state governments in Rivers in Nigeria, it is difficult to place where they really stand because you do not know how much is getting to each of the states. I can assure you that at the end of the sharing, only states like Lagos, Rivers, Delta, Akwa Ibom, Bayelsa, Kaduna, Kano, could be able to get something tangible from the allocation.
Okay.
Yes, for the month of February. So it is not going to be juicy as usual.
Are we going back to the era where governors have to hold 6 month salaries, 12-month salaries? Remember the time, and then there was the pari refund given to the state governors. Are we getting back to that era now?
I fear it may get to that stage, but I'm really bewildered with the use of the word sharing when they come together to just share money, share federal, what they call the federal allocation.
Yeah.
It's for me, it's an embarrassing language to use for Nigerians. So many states at this point have not started generating their own revenue. And they just wait for every month to go to Abuja and collect their share of the allocation. But the way things are going now, if the coronavirus doesn't stop spreading across the world, we may have a very, very serious economic problem.
All right. Do you think this time the federal government should stop allocating shares to itself, in terms of the federal allocation, and allow the states, get all the allocations, the states and the local government, so that they can actually grapple with this economic situation that is forthcoming?
As we speak, the federal government is the highest in the ranking.
Yeah.
And then among the three tiers, right now, ₦1 trillion has been cut from the budget.
Okay.
That's the step the federal government is taking.
All right.
What do they call it now? For some of the projects, especially the
infrastructure.
Yes, have been cut to different percentages.
All right.
The state governors are not doing anything. Now, what is happening right now was what happened when the coronavirus just first started in China, and the rest of the world, we're looking at China for China to deal with their problem, and now China is free. So here in Nigeria, everybody is looking at Lagos to deal with their problem.
Interesting.
And then Lagos are dealing with the problem the best way they can, and they are sourcing for funds. They are taking actions. They are amending some of their policies, and the rest of the 35 states are looking at Lagos. So what happens if we, for instance, hear of a case of coronavirus in Bayelsa? What happens if we hear of a case of coronavirus in Abia? What are the preparations they are making? The lawmakers in many of these states are not even sitting. They are not even saying anything to the executive as to how to prepare for a pandemic that is already ravaging the whole world. So I do not know, but I think, as I said earlier, we are heading towards an economic crisis, especially at the state level, because the federal government are already taking steps at this point.
I was going to ask now: Do we need? Because you said Lagos is doing what they can at this point, changing policies and all. Do you think there should be lockdown in other states as well? I mean, despite the fact that this virus has not yet reached those states,
we are a third world country. We can't afford any lockdown whatsoever.
All right.
If England and the UK and Europe, America, have ordered for a lockdown, we can't try it here because it is going to cause a mass hysteria.
But it's imminent. It looks like it's going to happen.
Yes, it is imminent. But I believe that there are other measures that are still open to be explored. Lockdown is going to be like the very, very last option before we begin to say, oh, okay, we are in a very serious trouble, because in Italy there's a lockdown, and then they have all their police officers spread across all the country, and they are not even enough, and then they have to now bring out the Italian army. As we speak, the Italian army is attached to every city, every community in Italy. Can we afford to pull out the Nigerian army from the Boko Haram zone
areas?
How many police officers do we have? And then in the United States, you see people going to buy guns just to offer more protection for themselves in a situation where some hoodlums may want to come and lay you and your family in your house.
Right.
So Nigeria is not ready for that. So what is paramount really is for everybody, every individual, to take this coronavirus issue very seriously and protect yourselves.
All right.
Because we cannot at this point leave everything to the government, whether the federal government or the state government.
All right, then. Thank you very much for coming into the studio, Mr. Victor Eziama. It's wonderful having you in. 4 new cases announced in Lagos State, and now we are looking for 1,300 new contacts. Like we would say in our local parlance, you don't read though. But then again, what can we do? What can the states do? How can they ensure that this economic meltdown does not affect the people in those various states? I mean, we just said that the money for allocation is not enough. It is not enough. What can we do as a state government? As state governments, what can they do? What can they do? And of course, going by what is happening in Lagos, do you agree it is time to order for a lockdown? Is it time for a lockdown? 0817-000-0951, of course, and 0810-951-0951. Text messages and WhatsApp messages to the numbers 0701-933-9962. It's time to bring in all your energy. Let's talk for the safety of Nigeria as a nation, because this pandemic, if not careful, might wipe us all. I'm not saying it will wipe us all. I said if not careful. And so we need to talk for development there. 95.1 FM.
Canada.
Yes, sir. Good evening to you.
Good evening, Canada. My name is George George. I'm calling from Samoa local government.
All right, George. George, welcome.
Yes, I want to talk about the pandemic that is ravaging our country now. But I want to really emphasize the River State government.
All right.
Because when I look around, I don't think the River State government has enough emergency response for them to tackle this pandemic that is ravaging the entire world now. So I want to also tell the River State government now that time has come for them to do the needful, for them to have some strategy to set up in place so that this thing that is happening within our country now will not come as a surprise to them. They should prepare with their medicine. Also, our waterway. People are coming from Imo State, people are coming from Lagos State. They should set up the mechanism for them to.
All right, George.
Also, they should also
round up. Yeah, go ahead, round up.
Okay, what I want to say, they should try their best for them to make sure they start.
Okay. Thank you very much for calling in. Keep your calls coming in. Let's have this conversation. Is it time for a lockdown? Is it time for us to restrict movements? Like the last caller said, from Imo State to River State. Once it has to do with movement from one state to another, restrict movement. Have we come to that point? Have we come to the point where we shut down schools, lock down markets, and all that stuff? Is it time for us to restrict movements like we do on sanitation Saturdays? Yeah. All right. 95.1 FM. I lost that one. Do call me back. 95.1 FM. Lost that one as well. 0817-000-0951 and 0810-951-0951. I need 3 more calls before I move over to the next conversation. Now, 95.1 FM, what's your name? Hello? All right, 95.1 FM, what's your name? Where are you calling from? Hello? Hello? Oh my, what's happening to the network right about now? Give me a minute. 95.1 FM, what's your name? Where are you calling from?
Hello, good afternoon.
Yeah, good afternoon to you. What's your name?
My name is Henry. I'm calling from Port Harcourt.
All right, Henry from Port Harcourt. Welcome. Talk to me.
I just want to hit 2 things. There was a time I called. I said, once APC sits, if they have their next meeting, there will be peace. That one is apart. Now on
that's not what we're talking about, young man. That's not what we're talking
about. Coronavirus.
Yeah, thank you very much.
The virus.
Yeah.
Now on virus. To me, Henry, I don't believe that there is COVID-18, COVID-17, COVID-20. I don't believe.
All
like
right.
a lady allegedly, like the media will say, allegedly said that the doctors in Enugu killed her mother
I
due
saw
to
that
negligence.
allegation. Yeah, I saw that allegation.
Now they did not call the family. What Annie said is that the lady chose to be inanimate. Nigeria.
But that's not what we're talking about too. You. I mean, we are talking about yes.
No,
Now,
what we are talking about how to cut the problem, as in to tackle the issue, right?
are the state government ready for the economic situation coming their way? That's the question.
That is what I'm saying. Okay. Via the economic situation, they are ready because there is nothing like that.
All right. Thank you very much for calling in. 95.1 FM. What's your name? Where are you calling from? Yeah. Good afternoon to you.
London man calling from Port Harcourt.
The only London man we have in Port Harcourt. Welcome.
Yeah, I can imagine that I don't longer travel to London.
You cannot go back to London, please.
Yes, I can go back. Yes. For me, my brother, I think since the case is only recorded in Lagos, about 12 persons.
And Ekiti State.
Okay, and Ekiti State. I think for my own suggestion is that there is no need restricting movement from state to state or boundary to boundary. But for the two states that have been affected, the proactive measures should be taken by the medical personnel by making sure that people, travelers or commuters, before any whatever leaves from a state to another state, people on board should be well checked in order to avoid it being spread to another state.
All right then. Thank you very much for calling in. This one says FG sharing should be to the tiers of government of which local government should receive their share directly. No matter what COVID-19 would do, it will only affect ordinary works, but will not affect the politicians. They will still go home with their huge amounts. Who cares? Comrade EU Ernest from Osiakpo in Onelga. All right, then. Thank you very much. I'll take one last call and then we will move over to the next conversation. All right. Now, let's move. Now, this report says Imo State Governor Hope Uzodinma has advised Governor Nyesom Wike of Rivers State to think before he talks on political matters, particularly as they concern the People's Democratic Party. The Imo State Governor gave the advice in response to warnings by Governor Wike to Uzodinma never to make comments or accuse the PDP of fueling the crisis in the All Progressives Congress APC. Listen to what Governor Wike had to say at the time.
Uzodinma cannot in any way talk about PDP, have their hand in the removal or attempted removal of Adam Soshomole. It's unfortunate. So for me, it's unfortunate that this is the country we're in. Anybody can come and say whatever rubbish. What's our business in the removal of Adam or attempted removal of Adam Soshomole? Nigerians have known, Nigerians have seen what we have said before about the party. It's not a party that means well for this country. The governor of Imo State, Senator Hope Uzodinma, will make such statement without knowing his background. And I want to let him know that if he dares to say further about PDP, then PDP will tell him whom he is. This should be the last time that Hope Uzodinma will dare open his mouth to talk against PDP. If anybody will talk about PDP, it cannot be Senator Hope Uzodinma, and let him stop for the last time. If he does it again, he will see our reactions and will tell the world whom he is.
If he does it again, we will see our reaction. And we will tell the world who he is. And that's coming from the governor. And he's saying, Hope Uzodinma should not try, should not dare to say it again. Should not try. How dare him? Who born him? Like we would say in our local parlance. Who born him? Reacting to Governor Wike's comments, Uzodinma said he had no regrets over his comments, berating the PDP of being behind the plot to remove the national chairman of the All Progressives Congress, Adam Soshomole. Now, he said, is it not unfortunate that Governor Wike pretends to have a court injunction on how to speak inaccurately, which, according to him, is the reason many erstwhile members of the PDP, including founding members, had abandoned the party, which is about to collapse on Governor Wike's head. But also remember that in our bulletin earlier, the People's Democratic Party described the All Progressives Congress as a coven of treasury looters and a fizzling political platform facing extinction. National Publicity Secretary of the PDP, Kola Ologbodiyan, in a statement explained that the national chairman of the APC, Adam Soshomole, tried but failed to divert public attention from the rot in his party by blaming the PDP for the infighting within its ranks. My gosh. Why is it that every time there is rancor in the APC, the PDP gets the blame? Remember Rivers State, remember Zamfara State, even in Bayelsa State, I think. I mean, the ones I can remember, Rivers State and Zamfara State, the PDP gets to get the blame for it. And even when there was the quarrel in the national level where we saw a lot of people decamp, is it a lot of people? We saw some people decamp from the APC to the PDP before the general elections. The PDP got the blame as well. And now the question is, why do we always get to blame the PDP for crisis in the APC? Or why is it that the PDP gets to get the blame sometimes for the crisis in the APC? And for all of you who will be shouting, those of you in PDP will be, Adams will go, APC will fizzle out, APC will not survive. How far? Do you still carry that, notion? Because the APC have been able to put their house in order. The APC have been able to sheath their swords and shelve all plans to cause mayhem internally, and they have embraced each other, and they love each other right now. But more importantly on this segment, what do you make of this altercation between Wike and Uzodinma in the middle of a global crisis called coronavirus? Should we not be having all hands on deck, everybody loving upon everybody, just to make sure that we fight this coronavirus pandemic? Because you know what they say, a house divided against itself cannot stand. 0817-000-0951 and 0810-951-0951. Text messages and WhatsApp messages will be ready if you send them to the number 0701-933-9962. 95.1 FM. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Yeah, this is Pastor Zara Joyce from Buguma and Kalabala.
Welcome. I'm listening. Welcome. Talk to me. I'm listening.
Yes. You see, it is unfortunate that the governor of Rivers State, who was padded into the government house.
Can you reconstruct your words, please?
My brother, see, let me tell you, there is no constitution in this country which say after almost 2 to 3 months you come to announce.
Yes, I said, can you now reconstruct your words, or you would have to forfeit your chance to submit your opinion on the show. Reconstruct your words.
Okay. If you say I should retrieve it, no problem. It is retrieved.
All right then.
But now, let me remind you that the Supreme Court judgment that brought Opis Odema, because people will now begin to call in and say that Opis Odema was not voted. But the judgment, what was the judgment?
But you see, now this is not what we're talking about. The rift between Wike and Uzodinma, and elections was a by comment.
Coming to that.
No, you're wasting time because I have to go to another caller.
The PDP is what they are doing is to see how they will bring the ruling party down.
What proof do you have? What proof do you have?
Viable opposition. They have created room for one party system.
All right.
Because every time you see them, they don't do things constructively.
I've asked you a question. What proof do you have that it is the PDP that is trying to disintegrate the APC? I'd like to hear from you. What proof do you have?
That is it. You will see them. You see in all the plant most and try to do things. Try to talk down the party, try to misrepresent the party in a bad light against it.
All right then.
In the face of the Nigerian population, but they are forgetting that Nigerians voted them out.
Pastor Zaya, I've got to go now. Thank you very much.
Rejected them and pushed them aside.
All right, thank you very much. You wasted your time talking about elections. That was not part of the conversation, but sorry, I've got to move on. 95.1 FM here. What's your name?
Yes, my name is Prince Andy and I'm calling from Rundele community.
All right, Prince Andy, talk to me.
Yes, first of all, let me disassociate myself from the comment of Hope Uzodinma accusing PDP of being responsible of our crisis. I mean, that's an insult to the party itself. That to say our party is not matured enough to handle ourselves just the way we have resolved the matter. That is premature. And none of our members against you accuse PDP of our own problem. PDP is a minority to us, and yet if we have issues, let us sort it out. No party that doesn't have issues. But in the side of the Rivers State governor, please let him learn how to at least think before he talks. Because in every of our issue, you will see him coming on air.
But he's a PDP member, and PDP have been accused of being, the reason for the crisis in your party. So he's only speaking on behalf of his party.
But the PDP has a publicity secretary.
Let me ask you a question. Is Opuzodinma the publicity secretary of the APC? But he spoke on behalf of your party.
Hope is only trying to make himself relevant, but before Hope, Governor Wike has always come to bombard APC. He did it to Adams.
Because Adams also fingered the PDP as the reason for their crisis, and so he only spoke out.
Is Governor Wike the owner of PDP?
Interesting question there.
Governor Wike, there are other big weights in the PDP.
Interesting question.
Concentrate in giving us employment, bring investment, pay salary, cutting people's salaries, pay minimum wage, and all the rest. There's a lot of work to do. You abandon it to begin to attack other governors. That's nonsense.
All right, thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
To be told by us.
All right, thank you very much. Everybody's got stories to be told. 95.1 FM. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Hey, Canada. Good evening.
Yeah, good evening to you. Your name?
George. All
right, George, welcome back here.
I'm just laughing. We that is into public analysis. We don't really emphasize on most playing game. Politicians, they keep on playing game. People will come on air, ABC, PDP. I keep on telling them that what politicians are doing is playing games in Nigeria. And how long are we going to continue with playing games?
Interesting.
Yes, even in your house, even your organization, the organization will have some issues. Even in your house, in our houses, we have some issues. We don't have to blame other people for this thing. It's just a minor issue that the APC has. PDP can have it. Labour Party can have it. Understand me? The blaming game is what I hate with government of Nigeria, whether PDP or APC. But I think also I want to advise the governor of the state. Understand me? Everybody is entitled to his personal opinion. Understand? He has said it. He did not see. And they also reconcile. These are politicians, though. I know they will reconcile. They will work. They will do other their business. So
I mean, they are still in a meeting on how to share.
They are still in a meeting now. We should not take it personal. We should not take it because if I'm in a political party that somebody came on, but I will go. I hate to.
All right. Thank you very much. We've got to move on now, George. Thank you very much for your call. 95.1 FM. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Canada, how are you?
I'm fine. What's your name?
Yeah, I'm Pastor Kingsley.
All right, Pastor Kingsley, welcome on the show. Talk to me.
We are all bound to criticize. If maybe the whole program is not criticized, PDP normally do that now.
Okay.
That's been their work.
Okay.
That is politics for you.
All right.
Why Wike is saying about Wike came from backdoor too? We all know in this state that Wike came from backdoor.
I don't know. You know, but me, I don't know.
He stole our mandate.
I don't know about that one.
Let him just be. We'll visit him 223.
All right then. Thank you very much for calling in. Let's move over to the next story because we are out of time as far as I'm concerned. Now, this one says a Port Harcourt-based lawyer, Sulagbo West, who was kidnapped at his poultry 2 weeks ago, is now feared dead. West was said to have been killed by his abductors after ransom was provided for his release. While the police are on the trail of the kidnappers, it is unknown why the lawyer was killed. So this is time for us to do some conspiracy theories because I love conspiracy theories. Now, the Port Harcourt branch chairman of the Nigerian Bar Association, Sylvester Adaka, has just recently pleaded with the lawyer's abductors to release him unconditionally. Okay. I think I should take that again. Now, the Port Harcourt branch chairman of the Nigerian Bar Association, Sylvester Adaka, had recently pleaded with the lawyer's abductors to release him unconditionally. Now, the River State Police Command is yet to react to the development. At some point, we thought kidnapping is almost becoming a thing of the past. I mean, we were even arguing OSPAC or Operation Sting, which can take the glory or which should take the glory. And now look at this. I mean, a prominent member of society kidnapped and might just be dead. Like we said, he's feared dead. We haven't confirmed yet, but might just be feared dead. And the question I have in my head is this an attempt to, because according to the report, the ransom conditions have been met. According to the report, the conditions have been met, and yet he's still feared dead. Could this be an attempt to silence the justice system? Because this is a lawyer. Maybe he might have been handling the case. I do not know. I do not have the information, but I'm just thinking, at the top of my head, could it have been them trying to silence him from, talking or, taking up a case? Could this be a message to the lawyers in Port Harcourt? Say, hey, mind yourself. Do not involve in setting criminal cases. I fear if that be the case, then we might just see people get away with a lot of crimes in various states. But are we ever get to that time when kidnapping becomes a thing of the past, when kidnapping fizzles out and it's no longer a trend in Rivers State? Are we ever going to get to that time? 14 minutes left on the clock. Let's quickly do this. 0817-000-0951 and 0810-951-0951. Text messages, WhatsApp messages to the number, and I'll read them if you send them. 0701-933-9962. Who's on the line? 95.1 FM.
Good evening.
What's your name?
My name is Ed Allison. Can I talk something about the first distance?
Call in 4 minutes, please. Call in 4 minutes, and I promise you would do that. But now it's for what do you call it now? The lawyer who is feared dead. 95.1 FM.
Yes, good evening, Canada.
Yeah, good evening to you.
So God is the greatest, yes.
All right, welcome then.
Yes. What I have to contribute is, for me, I think some of these stuffs that are being pulled here and here all over this country, with this present political struggle that are ongoing in our country, kidnapping and most of these violent crimes, they are going to play out like every day something.
All right then. All right.
Yes, because nobody is actually doing anything about justice. Nobody.
All right.
We are in a society where criminals are being justified, promoted, and are being glorified. We see it playing out every day. So how do you discourage criminality when nobody is being punished?
I see.
Instead, we are rewarding people who are violent, people who are doing bad things. Tomorrow now you begin to hear of amnesty. And then the people that have done all these things, they will be pardoned. So how do you discourage it?
All right. Thank you.
So as long as it's being glorified, there will not be an end to it presently, but I pray that one day somebody will come into the government that will stop all this
Thank you very much. You are questioning our justice system. All right, then, 95.1 FM, what's your name? Where are you calling from?
Canada, good evening. My name is George.
All right, George again. All right, welcome.
I want to talk about the lawyer that was.
All right, yeah, go ahead.
The issue is that, have you seen a country where can achieve crime? You cannot. What is to crime is for you to reduce it to the direct minimum. I think without no policy and another thing, I think River State government have tried in aspect of handling kidnapping in River State. Because why I'm saying this, because since all throughout this year, we have not heard about kidnapping because of the operation things that is in River State. Also, the help of ROSPA also. I think this one that happened, you can't just totally say that crime will not happen. Crime will surely happen, but reducing it to the direct minimum is what the governor have and the thing have done. On the aspect of the kidnapping, and there should be, let there be a tougher law, a tough law from the House of Assembly. Understand me? Any person who engages in kidnapping, the person should go by hanging another thing. And secondly, too, the government have to do the needful for them to make sure they bring employment to the citizens. This is one thing that is happening in Rivers State. The present Rivers State governor does not have the youth in mind. Understand? No employment, no promotion, no work, no agricultural promotion. So that is just what is
happening. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, George. Thank you very much. Your opinion is noted. 95.1 FM. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
I'm Sonny, calling from Eleme.
All right, all the way from Eleme. Welcome on the show. Yeah, talk to me.
My take on that discussion is that there are so many things happening, and we need to arrange ourselves and support the government that is ruling so we can do better.
All right.
Especially when it comes to workers' welfare.
We're not talking about workers. Well, okay, but just go ahead. Go ahead then.
Because through our River State, we have not seen minimum wage in local government.
So is that the reason why we're having kidnappings?
That's why we have kidnapping now, because when you are not doing what you are supposed to do, when government is not responsive, you can imagine that if I'm retired and I'm not paying my gratuity, I'm not paying my pension, and I have children, and those children must eat, if they will look for a way. Don't you hear one that the governor said that the kidnapping has become a business? It has become a means of survival. People kidnap to survive.
All right.
When because of failure of administration, inability to do this, no power, no water, nothing.
All right, thank you very much for calling in there. Thank you very much. Okay, now this is where we're going to do the roundup of the show. The roundup is that time because we've got less than 9 minutes left and left for us to have this show. So what you're going to do is call in and talk about any of the issues that concerns you. Yeah. Remember, it's the platform on radio on Today 95.1 FM. I am Kalada. And yet again, thank you for being a part of the show. So let's go straight to the WhatsApp portal where this one says, governors quarreling, especially on social media, is becoming too much these days. Governors should concentrate in delivering quality leadership to their state and allow parties to be run by parties officials. All right then. Wonderfully said, rather. Now this one says, good evening. Please tell those pastors antagonizing Wike on his stand-up with Opus Odima to focus on winning souls for Christ. Otherwise, let them remove that pastor in their names and join full-time politics and stop deceiving their congregation. Uzodima should be concerned about settling APC problems and leave PDP alone. Ben from Port Harcourt, all right? Then tell your opinion, by the way. This one says, Governor Wike shouldn't see himself as a super governor with all myriads of challenges facing him. If he tells who Uzodima is, he will be told who he is too. He should first of all pay pensioners and settle workers in the state. Let's do the phone lines for now. 95.1 FM. 95.1 FM.
Hello, sir. Good evening.
Yeah. Good evening to you. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Okay, my name is Ndoka.
All right.
I'm calling from Nahura.
All right.
Yes. For me, I don't think kidnapping will stop in this nation.
All right.
It will not stop because how can kidnapping stop in our nation when the government is not even thinking of how to provide job for the youth, and also at the same time the government also know they are not even thinking of how they can solve this problem. Look at when somebody will be involved in kidnapping and also in criminality. They will also arrest. They will also bring the person, and they will also think of how they will send the person to abroad to give him whatever they call it, education, foreign education. It's not good. It can't stop. And at the same time, I want to say that let the governor, let them forget about politics at this time. Let them talk about governance. It's what we need in this nation. Governance is what we need. Let them forget about the fight. They are fighting us. We don't need politics at this time.
All right, thank you very much for calling in. If Opus Adima is ashamed of himself, He will not make public statements for some time. If he wants to prove he's an elected governor, he should recontest in 2023. All right, Lord, that's entirely your own opinion. This one says, good afternoon, Canada. My name is Promise Nwoka from Elele Alimini. Why can't Hope Uzodimma behave himself for coming new as the Supreme Court governor? Wike has done well, which has no comparison with Hope until Hope leaves office. He cannot do like Wike. But I guess some people will not agree with you, Promise, and even you, Law, because some people have argued that also there were certain channels by which Governor Wike came into power. Some people have argued, remember I said so. 95.1 FM, what's your name? Where are you calling from?
Canada, good evening.
Mascot, welcome.
Mascot, thank you so much. Honestly, the advice of Governor Wike is in order and it falls in line to Governor Hope Uzodimma. Governor Hope Uzodimma, my dear brother Canada, to concentrate to gain acceptability to the people of Imo State.
All right.
Last time, how can a governor visit one part of the state and they use stone and everything?
No, that has been denied. That has been denied. One, two, a lot of people have come to the APC in Imo State, so maybe he has gained accessibility. He has been accepted.
My own political associate was live and direct that day the incident happened. Right. Honestly, I will bring him to the studio for confirmation.
I keep waiting for all of this evidence.
And they called him Onyoshi vote. Ogema will explain to you the meaning of Onyoshi vote.
All right, thank you.
So for me, Governor Wike is right to advise him to find a way of getting relevance and not by making unguarded statements. Thank you, and God bless.
Like I said, I feel like he has gotten acceptance. The people have accepted him. If not, I'm just saying. I'm not in Imo State. I'm just saying. But this one says Sunday Chuna from Akpajo, kidnapping is thriving in River State because most of the security agencies are involved from the ransom being paid by the victim's family to the kidnappers. All right, if you say so. 95.1 FM, lost that one. Do call back. 95.1 FM, what's your name? Where are you calling from?
Canada.
Welcome. Gift, Obina. Welcome. Oh, Obina, welcome, sorry.
This kidnapping of Ole, I can remember several amnesty. Both Governor Rotimi Amechi and this current Governor Yesewike calling boys from different communities. And so they surrendered arms. Who is returning these arms that these people are using? Remember the incident of that lawyer too. That is the same thing that happened.
Yeah, true.
Something is wrong somewhere. Government is not serious about the security of the thing because I know that I'm not seeing any somebody they are manufacturing AK-47 or the bullet. Who is breaking this inside?
All right.
Some people have to take charge. See, between Governor Wike and also the
quickly, yeah.
Now, we can say that, please.
Oh my, I lost you there. Sorry about that. 95.1 FM, what's your name? Where are you calling from?
Hello, Mr. Kalada.
Mr. Sam, welcome. Quickly.
Yeah, Mr. Kalada, in as much as some of these our so-called leaders don't have share, you hear weak venting threat of whatsoever exposing Hope Uzodimma to the world. The world don't want to hear him. You hear me? The world don't want to hear him. Let him come out and tell Rivers people what is his position about the death of Chima. Let him come out and tell Rivers people.
I agree with you partially. I agree with you partially.
Agreement.
I agree with you partially now because I want to hear him, and as much as what you said is true, that we want to hear what he has to say about Chima and labor and pension and the rest. I also want to hear him talk about what he has on Hope Uzodimma. I'm very much interested. I'm really interested. I don't know about you, but I am.
Mr. Kalada, you see, they say only a ninja can kill a ninja.
Interesting conversation.
And let me tell you, it takes only a wise man to decode the word of the crooked man.
So now you know why.
Words of the crooked man.
So you know why I am interested now.
So now I'm telling you, those words, they are just words of a crooked man.
All right, then.
Put those words into consideration.
All right.
What we want to know is what is all about governance here in Rivers State. It's not about Opotodima. You tell the whole world. The whole world don't want to hear what concern us.
All right, thank you, Mr. Sam. I've got to move now.
Let these people, this man go.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I've got to move now. Like I said, I want to hear, and I know a lot of Rivers people want to hear what he has on Hope Uzodimma. And then the next question at that time will be, how do you get this information on Hope Uzodimma? But before we leave the studio, this one says, Governor, good evening, Kalada. Wike was right in advising Uzodimma. Uzodimma should try to gain acceptability first in Imo State before jumping into talk of PDP. Ugochukwu from Port Harcourt. But that's how we wrap things up on the platform of radio, and it has been a production of our news department put together by Victor Eziama. I will be with you again tomorrow. Stay tuned to Today 95.1 FM. I'm Kalada.
Whether it's happening in Port Harcourt, South South, Nigeria, or around the world, we've got you covered. On air, online, delivering balanced news and unbiased analysis. Today, 95.1 FM.
Today, 95.1 FM, Port Harcourt. News update.
Good evening and welcome to today's edition of Beats and Pieces on your premium talk and news radio. Today, 95.1 FM. I am Kala Dakarubatabo. A woman identified as Victoria Ilione reportedly committed suicide by jumping down a 3-story building in Awada, Onitsha, Anambra State. This report said the 85-year-old man, who was suspected to be mentally deranged, jumped to her death from the balcony of an apartment where she stayed with her daughter. The incident followed while she was at home with her 35-year-old caregiver. The police in Abuja have arrested at least 3 suspects for allegedly robbing and killing a pregnant woman. This report said the incident happened in the Makasa Apo resettlement in Abuja Municipal Area Council. Police reported the suspects who went into hiding after the operation were apprehended in their hideout in Day. The report also said the suspects would be arraigned in court upon the conclusion of investigation, while efforts are being intensified to arrest other members of the gang who are at large. A student simply identified as Zainab is reported to have committed suicide. This report says Zainab decided to take her life after seeing a JAM examination score which was released recently. Trouble reportedly started when Zainab stopped at a cafe to check her JAM score on her way to the hospital to give food to her aunt. After seeing her score, Zainab reportedly went to a shop, bought an insecticide and took it to a mosque where she ingested it at the completion of her prayers. The incident was, however, reported to her parents by a passerby who had seen her with the substance. The report said she was rushed to a hospital where doctors confirmed her dead on arrival. In Niger State, one Saidu Iliya is reported to have been arrested by the police in the state for kidnapping and raping one Rakia Sani. A report said one Mohammed Sani told the police that some armed men attacked his home and kidnapped his pregnant wife, Rakia. The complainant also claimed that the suspected kidnappers demanded a ransom of 10 million naira but later agreed to collect 600,000 naira. The suspects were, however, arrested while in an attempt to pick the said ransom at Vunu village. Iliya, who was also accused of having carnal knowledge of the pregnant woman, claimed that the sex was consensual. A 20-year-old Zambian man identified as Ivan Inyewenya is reported to have killed his business partner by striking him with a log. The incident was said to have followed a heated dispute between the two over sharing of the proceeds they had made from selling some fish. This report said Ivan, who got angered during the argument, struck poor Banda twice with a log on his head. Banda was rushed to a hospital where he died while receiving medical attention. In Zimbabwe, a man is said to be on the run after he murdered a South African police officer with a machete to prevent the law enforcement officer from arresting him for rape. The South African police services are said to have since launched a manhunt for Simon Matakura, who allegedly hacked a police officer to death. Simon was also accused of attacking the officer's niece, who was with him with the machete before fleeing the scene. And that concludes today's edition of Bits and Pieces, as produced by Stella Sasongo of the News Department. Thanks for listening. Till same time tomorrow. Do have a lovely evening. I am Kala Da Kurubatubo. Thank you for listening. Stay tuned to Today95.1 FM.
Today's news, today's entertainment, today's sports, today's issues. Today on Today 95.1 FM, Port Harcourt.
Have you heard that coronavirus has been confirmed in Nigeria?
My brother, don't panic. The Federal Ministry of Health and Nigeria Center for Disease Control have advised that everyone should do the following to stay safe.
Tell me.
Wash your hands regularly with soap under running water. Use hand sanitizer if there is no water. Cover mouth with bent elbow or tissue when you cough or sneeze. Dispose the used tissue and wash your hands immediately. Avoid touching eyes, nose, mouth with unwashed hands. Clean and disinfect frequently touched objects and surfaces such as door locks, tables, and chairs. Avoid close contact with sick persons or anybody coughing or sneezing.
Please, Mary, what are the symptoms of coronavirus?
Any person infected with coronavirus can have fever, cough, difficulty in breathing, and shortness of breath.
Don't panic. Coronavirus is preventable. If you have traveled to any country with reported local or community transmission, stay indoors and away from people for 14 days. If you develop any of the symptoms mentioned above, call the Nigeria Center for Disease Control NCDC toll-free line 0800-9700-0010. Share information about coronavirus only from verified sources like the Federal Ministry of Health, the Nigeria Center for Disease Control, and the World Health Organization WHO. This message is from the Nigeria Center for Disease Control NCDC, the Federal Ministry of Health, and partners.
Are you interested in a degree with a top private university in Nigeria? Business admin, economics, accountancy, engineering, and media studies. Also interested in studying abroad? Then join us on CBU Consult Educational Seminar on the 21st of March 2020 at Golden Tulip, number 1C, Evo Road, New GRA, Port Harcourt, 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. The seminar is open for school proprietors, students, parents, direct entry, etc. Come with your credentials. It is free. Participating universities: Pan-Atlantic University Nigeria, Multi-Plan Pathway College, A-Levels and Foundations, Academic City Ghana, SIUK, other university representatives from UK, USA and Canada. Registration and accreditation starts at 9:30 a.m. For more information, reach us at our office, number 20 Bidabi Street, near Salvation Ministries, GRA Phase 2 Port Harcourt, or visit our website www.cbuconsultantslimited.com, mail amibu@hotmail.com and info@cbuconsultlimited.com. Call 080-3752-4048 and 081-4127-1901.
Sai dawo eyele kammi
Udoma
avare irioko akawuke nan wejireko
abeg
do a diversion make we enter Today FM 95.1 and now wetin dey happen na dey happen for Port Harcourt mba cause no be.
Hey, oh yeah, Oga Madam.
Marry your radio.
Time now reach for waiting they happen on top Today 95.1 FM. What God has joined together, let no finger put us on now. Oh yeah,
Oga Madam.
Everybody join Pastor Talking Drum. The Lord of the mic. Make we thank Baba God together on top testimony time for your Bonga Radio today 95.1 FM Port Harcourt every Sunday morning 6 to 8 a.m. on top testimony time overcomers time.
You have shown me so much mercy.
Record.
Like a sweet savour, we present our offering. Come and breathe on me. We'll give it all to you. With our words, we'll raise this praise to you. come and take your place and fill this house with grace. Power and majesty, it belongs to you. Honor and glory, it belongs to you, oh God. I should bring you the song of praise. We bow in honesty to raise a song to you. All the rings within, we raise a song to you, oh God. I should bring you the song of praise. As we offer the sacrifice of praises, let your glory fall. Arise, oh God. As we offer the sacrifice of praises, let your power fall. Arise, arise, oh. As we offer the sacrifice of praises, that's what you deserve, Jesus. From the depth of our heart we say, arise, arise and take the glory that belongs to you. Oh, da, Eladami, yeah. Son of the Lion, Saki. One thing where we they ask of you, oh Lord. One thing where we desire. Now say as we they worship you, make you come change my life. Arise, yo. I know say 1,000 tongues no go there enough, yo, to tell of your mercy and your grace and your love, yo. But one thing is for sure, all of my days I go bless you, Lord, and nobody can do me like you do. I serve the worship that I bring. Oh, as I offer, let your glory fall. Oh, my daddy, arise. Oh, my daddy, arise. Let your power fall. As you moving on me today, you gon' mend the broken heart. Oh, arise, yo, with healing in your wings. As you moving on me today, you gon' turn life around, yeah. And as we sacrifice of praise, as you go, oh, sacrifice, oh. We've come to worship, we've come to love you, Lord.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, make on a coast no way, na the baby kill, na K friend, on a baby kill, swaka baby kill. Wake your 11 aim after the utum. This now song by Nixon, Arise. Nixon, on Uchuku, Arise. Koko bless you, bless your ministry of music. People of Parakon, make on no forget for say my name na funny ureme Afonso Sinfono Bange the 30 mark panuko na fiawo obango utum. Baby can we get 11 aim after the utum the Swaga baby, the minister for after no, the honorable minister for after an enjoyment. People of Parakon in Kifty o Kifty. The Carinto baby. In what Dixon sings about comes out, what because Musutum Bansa. One man say, I am a woman with a good heart. Say my own now, woman with a good heart. God bless you. Abasi you don't fien. What because Musutum Bansa, if you want to be a useless usefully. So that even if you're useless, because you do it successfully, we see be what the relevant. Open your Bible to the book of Today, chapter 95, verse 1 FM. People of Parakod, let's praise the Lord. Attack panico. Abasi often, abasi anam. God is good and God don't do am. Whether Conora virus or no Conora virus, we could come back. The Bible said that he that keepeth Israel like never sleep nor slumber. Yes. Now what's in Bible talk? He that keepeth Israel like never sleep nor slumber. Yes. The covenant of God upon our life now say no Egyptian pledge shall saw us. No Egyptian plague shall saw us. We can came out and came in, and nothing will happen to us in Jesus' name. Amen. The love of God upon our life, 9 days sure. No be sickness, no be coronavirus. Coronavirus in the fire in March. If you see the one way big pass in Quran, that is the blood of Jesus. That is the highest virus against sickness, against every other distant hemoglobin where the devil don't carry come. People of Parakod, no they fear. Pray and soak yourself. Let the wall of fire cover you. Let Jesus build around you the wall of fire. Jace is a pillar of cloud by day and a pillar of fire by night. Nothing shall happen to us. We shall go out and come back. Nothing they happen. King and Jesus, mem.
Awiki yama Joseph Gendako. Mwake yama Yeniroba.
People of Paragon, okay, now let us get down. In short, let me just count 1 to 3. Kiet, Iba, Ita. Kenyan Jesus, coronavirus, get out of this country, get out of radio, get out of TV, get out of our phone. Jace, in short, from now on, you no go see coronavirus for your phone. Say, best in send a text message or maybe Facebook in post. You know, go see them. All you could receive now blessings of God, long life, and the race. But that does not mean that you will not be a very carefulness. You know, we say go clean your nose with your finger. You go carry that same hand, go the shake person. You know go even wash your hand when you don't chop. You go you get 1K one. No, when she chop carry and soup finish. You know they even carry water, wash your hand, wash the soup come off for your hand. You go they lick in the finger and the hand, make the soup dry for the hand. Hand go they smell soup. You know wash and body hand clean. Which kind of thing be that one? What it done? Say. People of Paragon, okay, let's get down for the topic of today. The mattress we get today now something very, very simplicity paragraphs. It's the first mattress. You know, so the discussion societal ills today now. Societal ill in what thing they happen for society. The first mattress now. You know, say we'll be discussion one time about chaos, some chaos thing where they bomb picking for put on for baby factory now. Now police now don't launch manhunt for Bajosa. I mean for badgers. All those where they buy picking. All those badgers them where they buy picking them. Sorry, the main story make I read them for now so that I'm not gonna understand where they come from. Okay, let's get down. Abasi move your car for mama mio. Say for mare maintaining for nang body done. Okay. You know, say right now, the way some people now that they bomb picking now, you can't want picking while I see where they don't key. The new, if you see this boy here, this fine baby boy, fine zero picking, they put her inside carton. I don't know the state safe. Then throw him for one carton for the husband. The picking don't die because nobody come to save your arm. Maybe that picking go on cry, go on find breast milk. You know, see, as new picking when they fast, you know what thing that happen for tongue, he could on die. Okay, that one is aside. Okay, the mattress for the for this people they bomb picking anyhow. The tram. Say whether long story, they now about this skills where they bomb picking. When you bomb finish, you throw away the picking. Okay. He said for Okun State. Now this one happen. Police command don't begin mass arrest of some highly placed persons for the society said to be regular buyers of newly born babies at a baby factory located in Imedu Olori area of Mowe in Obafemi Owo, the local government area of the state. Now, I don't know why some people go just bomb picking, carry the picking, go keep, collect money. How much they want pay you? Now, so your parents they say you. I go sell picking where we say you born. Do you know what it is to born? Like right from where me I born, see like grow up like this. I never see that kind of thing. The person goes bomb picking. You know what thing you pass through to push that picking out. You know the shout where you don't grind your teeth, jam your teeth to carry this. Then you can't carry that picking. Because you feel about say no kid money, you can't sell the picking. They can't give the picking to one big man. Now make it say I'm say right now some men they rape their daughter. I go say why you rape your daughter? You can't find out say that picking no been picking. Now picking maybe them buy them as higher purchase. You can't keep them for house. Picking can't they crow. The next thing maybe the picking can't they crow, can't they get hip and waist. You can't they look the picking hip. Say this girl on they turn into a very beautiful girl. Before you know it on they look when the frontage of the upper chamber don't they big or small, don't they crow come and they go say this picking I get to taste you before another person go begin to taste you outside. Before you know anything that happen, it taste them like say na granite. Begin to sleep with your foster daughter. Is it foster daughter, forest daughter? Which one they correct safe? But you go to sleep with a person where you keep for house. Eh? Now this kind of thing, now you go say, this man raping daughter. Check on where I'm picking up in picking. I tell you. This is the first mattress. The second mattress now. All these men, they don't know what they do themselves, eh? Make we open the second one. This one now, NDLEA. He don't apprehend 54 drug dealers for Adamawa. 54 drug dealers for Adamawa. Bello said the 54 suspects were arrested between January and February 2020, adding that 5 of them had since been convicted. Now the main story now is one. At least 54 notorious drug dealers have been apprehended in Adamawa State by the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency. That is the NDLEA. Inlia. That's the way to call it now. State Commander of the Anti-Narcotics Agency, Mohammed Bello, he don't make the disclosure on Thursday in Yola, the state capital, during a visit to the State House of Assembly. Bello considered the 54 suspects were arrested between January and February 2020, adding that 5 of them had since been convicted. He can further disclose that the command has also intercepted the figure what they see here. If you study mathematics, as I hate maths when I've been in this school, let me call them so that you go to understanding, then calculate them to me. Then told me 72.084 kilogram of assorted illicit drug. So use your number 6. If you know the sign of Eso Katoa, then you find him. He said, in keeping with our mandate of ridding the country of illicit substance, we have arrested 54 suspects in Adamawa, and among them, 5 persons have been convicted already. Now, some people now, they carry this in now, they feed themselves, say, this one, they need to, I don't understand though, you gotta do drug, you want to use it to survive for yourself. People of Farakot, we gotta come now to mattress here. People don't they call already, but this not the first mattress. All those skills where see, I think they after that one they do for Parakot, say they don't find people where they do reason. All those people, those baby factory machine them, they don't find them. They don't find them for Parakot. Now they don't enter Okun State. They don't enter Okun State. Say a top source at the command disclosed at this yesterday that fewer than 10 persons have currently been interrogated in connection with the crime. The police source who crave anonymity said that some of the people that the wind of investigation is blowing toward their direction include some ritualists and herbalists who have climbed among them, rich people in the society. That's the continuation of these people where we say they say Pekin. Now some of these big men them you go say they go buy Pekin. They will tell you how much you have, does you have. Brought it here, bendy, brought it. How much be the Pekin? They don't even call them picking, they call them product. How much is your product? He said the product is 500,000. Let me pay you 1 million now, so that you can go and change your clothes and look neat. You look dirty. You collect the picking finish. Maybe that now is now the man collect them. Waiting do that picking and no concern you. If you kill the picking, it no concern you. If you rape the picking tomorrow, no concern you. If you carry the money, turn them to dummy, to idiot for house, make you the for money for inside wardrobe. You know, concern you. You understand? That is it. I'm up Sentangaro. People of Farako make on a call the number, put mark 0817 00 951. 0810 9510 951. WhatsApp and text message 070-1933-9962. That is the number to call and put more in case you want to talk about for this mattress. For this thing we don't carry come to rain about this chaos where they say picking them. It will show say this thing no concern them. How they use bond the picking safe, they no concern them. So make God help us. Now the one we go killing picking trunk inside carton. Yours for somebody to go see him for us being inside. Picking don't dead die. Fine, if you see this picking. Oh, when I see, I get to hide the post because it didn't break my heart. Fine boy. And some people, they find children. They know they see. Some they even go from one prayer house to another prayer house. Some of them don't even receive cane. Stroke of cane. Prophet go tell you, say, make you lie down for crown. And say, the demon where they possess you. The demon. Now fighting spirit. Say, the demon now only for crown. When you lie down for crown, now the demon go leave you. They didn't get to frock you. It go frock you. It go tell you, say, make you the shout, mem. Make you frock you again, you shout, mem. If frog you shout mem. Now so you go to ruam. In say go frog you, say the number of cane you go frog you, now the number of demon where your body. If he frog you 59, that means 59 demon in your body will make you no feel born picking. It could frog you. Before you know, don't carry unplanned tattoo. Go back to your husband's house. People they find picking, but some way say, I don't know. You go just give you express ticket to the bomb picking, you go to sell them. Now ticket where they say for reason. Listen, to use travel with motor or bus to go a road state. Which kind of nonsense be that one now? So don't go because it don't face me safe. It is a very annoying see something. You know good. If you don't want picking, leave and like that, leave your life they go. You think say that picking now? Okay, what if that picking now the only picking where we say God don't give you? You don't carry am say now. Then tomorrow now God can't help you now. Forgive your sin. You can't get work. You can't do a good work. They can't see one man who can't like you say want to marry you now. You can't marry now. You don't feel born. You can't they put them say na the man mama. You know like you. Or you can't say na your neighbor where they eye you every time you see you they face. I don't understand. I beg, ma pick off face. This one done disconnection. People of record. Now so the mattress bill. The second one na this one. All those people where they abuse drugs. You go come they sell drug. They deal on drug. If you never sell drug, you know go chop food. Eh? Hello?
I greet you.
Good evening, quick.
Yes. You see drug, you know, put a hard drug. So that go no say na it will be.
I don't understand. You say waiting.
He says the people where they deal on drugs. It's supposed to be hard drugs.
Anybody where they listen understand waiting at a tongue now. You say if you understand them now, say na hard drug.
No, now he goes on and now I can't understand now. But when he start up, I know I say make he arrive before I will know it.
Okay, no problem.
But you see that hard drug where they talk, some of them are medicinal. Like that green leaf, what they call Indian hemp. It's a herbal drug for treatment of some ailments. And when you see somebody taking it, nobody saying that abuse the drug. But now when you know they sick, just smoke in the sun, they beat you for carrying the waka, useless life.
But now waiting with the talk now. Nobody people where they abuse some people where they abuse some now with a discussion about. They say the drug this and the survivor. They abuse the drug.
No, they say people where they deal on now they arrest.
Now they waiting they deal on them for now. Nobody to go survivor. They do is a wrong something now.
No, if you're a patent or like a pharmacy, you have pharmacy store, you can deal on them. You can deal on them because it's part of drugs, to heal some ailment. But these are our Nigerian law enforcement people. You know how they do their thing. Immediately they lie. Oh, they say this one is nicotine, this one bad, they arrest you. They don't even check whether are you authorized to deal on it. That is the most important thing. So we should try to repent. Know how we would arrest people anyhow. For the people where they bought, they throw away. You see, with the mayor, I just wonder how somebody will just carry on 9 months. When they carry a 9 months finish, go into level, bring the child out. Then you go come kill her or you sell her. Whether that child will be president tomorrow.
Okay.
You don't know. Tomorrow now, when the man will sell her to now,
don't nurture the child, so they go come from back. They go tell the child, say, hey, maybe I'm mama. The begin to even believe himself. Because say, hi, daddy, one woman wants to kidnap me.
Just now.
I'm telling you. So when you don't sell them, you don't sell them. What the person take the pikin do? Part of the blood they are head. You know, the person kill them, you fear the blood.
I tell you.
So we should repent.
God bless you. Quick.
What of your husband?
In the listen. Afukancho.
I don't go quarantine, sir.
No, Afukancho.
Go quarantine, sir.
Thankful. Okay, people of Farakon, this now waiting they happen. Make we play this song. I find this song since make I listen to him small. Song this with me. It is with me. Now so now, this kind of song they sweet when you chop down meat and drink with up. Let's go stay.
Police boss my house. See me on top my baby.
Hello?
Hello, Auntie Deme.
Oh, Jess, I see you.
Nah, I didn't find you.
You refuse the song. I think you refuse the song.
I feel like I chop the dog meat with you.
I think I think about that yes quick now.
This is why your husband may no go China, bro.
No, he go serial home.
I beg, no way. I know say this international. Anybody will travel. They don't ban this thing. No, maybe they no check say don't enter. Beg.
No, nothing. No, God cover my radio husbandry. It's a cover. What's in your name?
Nah, Andy they call from Romana.
Andy, okay, wait, come.
As you this way they just talk this night. Now it's very, very important because when person go bomb Peking, they go throw away. The thing don't too much for this our country and other places. Understand me? But our police. Sometimes they encourage some of them. Make I give you one example. The other day, if you travel, we carry one small boy inside our motor. The whole lot say we carry small child, this thing, we provide the paper of those things, this thing. We tell us those things, we don't have those things. For example, we don't have those things at that moment. And they are more than know they with us, understand me? They say we need to pay the 50,000.
Okay.
So when they ask, they say if we pay the money, for example, if we kidnap the child, the 50,000 will solve the problem. You understand me? Try to understand. See, by right, they're supposed to, if they want to detain you, they were supposed to detain. No, they don't need to ask about money. If they want these people to go, they will. But they don't need to take bribe from you people. They say we need to pay 50,000. For example, when we pay 50,000, and maybe we kidnap the child or something like, the 50,000 will solve the problem. So those kind of a thing. Our police, sometimes they try.
Okay.
And those kiosks where they do those things. My own advice is to stop them. They should stop why no good.
Because you know they get people where they find picking, then they see.
Yes, now some big men where they fight Peking, don't they see them? You understand? People hold the money to train the child, they don't get the opportunity to see them. Yeah, to them,
it is well.
When your husband come back, greet him, but don't shake a hand or beg.
I go take greet him.
Yes, you use like as more.
Thankful. Andy. Okay, move call the number so that I go put mat for the mattress 0817 0000951 081095100951 WhatsApp and text message send it twice to 070 19339962. Cause no way because this now waiting they happen. And if you make sure say you don't come late for church, sit down for back, sit down back. No confrontation, come the distraction. People they listen to the word of God. Sit down for back. Sit down for back. Sit down for back, I beg. No the confrontation. They tell you something until they carry down your shoe. They come here. Sit down for back. Sit down for back. Sit down for back. Mama G, sit down there. Come late. Ekiti Rekete. Indicate now Chief Security Officer CSO Jace. More call the number again for councillorship 07019339962. Open your Bible to the book of Today, chapter 95 is 1 FM. My name is Nafoni Ureme. Oh Jace, let's go stay. Hello. Good evening. Good evening.
And to the next one.
I didn't final. Idioka.
Okay. Fine.
I mean, I answer you now. You say, "Kekwan, I say, idiot, now."
I had the man now.
Me na idiot, now. Okay.
This is Jude calling from Transamadi.
You say your name now, Quentin?
Jude.
Jude. Okay, I say it's a brute.
No be youth, Jude.
Youth.
Youth, I be Jude.
Youth, now youth for Bible.
Yeah, don't know me about. So what? That's the way they talk now. You see, these guys where they bought the kids tell them.
Oh, yes.
Eh? If you see these guys, especially those ones where they wearing for legs. Those ones where you see, where those small pinchers that where they wear. See how those guys. If you see them carry belly travel like 6-7 months, you don't see them. When they come back, I think how far for your begin, they say don't die. Let me say you don't sell them. I'm telling them. That one happened where they stay for.
He said, begin don't die.
I will tell you, they say don't die. You don't know what they know, you don't sell them. Those are the real charm for leg. These eyelashes way the long from here, no. They are those ones too.
So now eyelashes now go make person go through that kind of thing. No be by all those kind. No, see, you no be see, you know, see no be by all those kind of thing. You understand? You know say no, I tell you, see, I tell you, you know say you get 1K one, no way to get na wrong scale, but I can know the way earring. Now be the thing now. I tell you, see, I tell you waiting you safe need to know too. You understand? This thing is a fight for sale. Like now, I tell you, say for my area, I get 1K on my area. The 1K when they wear earring, eh? You know they full makeup, but you get a serious wrong skill. I tell you. You understand? See, these things not about discipline.
It's true, Sha. But mainly those ones, those ones. You know what I'm talking about.
Okay, no problem.
All right, God bless you.
God bless you. You.
God bless you.
Bless you too. Correct man. But I say, chaos where they waiting for egg and ring for egg and eyelashes. They don't shopping money way.
Hello, also plate. Hello, dollar please.
08170000951 08109510955. On top of this message 07019339962.
Hello, Demo.
Just good evening.
Good evening. How are you?
Are they fine? You? What's your name now?
My name is Amotekun.
Amotekun? Okay, now. Atuke. You see, this man. Now you use your own hand to spoil your call. Why you go they call yourself Amotekun? Now they see that wrong face, network don't cut them. You think say network and Amotekun the agreement?
Police boss my house, see me on top my baby.
Okay, people of Parakot, in case you want to follow us for me on Instagram, I announced this thing itself. That was on Tuesday, but I forget. If you want to follow us for me on Instagram, in social media handle, follow us for me at Funny Udeme on Instagram. That A where the inside cup will be type A, then you type Funny Udeme, FUNNYUDEME. Then like my page on Facebook, Funny Udeme. Just type and Funny Udeme, my page will come out. Then you can follow Worship Media. Then if you want to be my friendship on Facebook to Funny Udeme too, then on my YouTube channel. Follow my YouTube channel and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Just go on Google or any Opera Mini Google. Just type Funny Udeme. You go see one fine kill. Go just come out. Funny Udeme. Just subscribe to my YouTube channel. Follow worship for me. All my funny videos. My Funny Udeme videos there for you. You go watch your belly go pain you. You go raft tire. So make they fire the code here from people. Okay, this one don't disconnection. Just make enter WhatsApp and text message. Okay, this one say Funny Udeme. I don't laugh tire for your English. I'm gonna riff me and my English abeg. You know say that God now they give person a wisdom. The Bible say in the book of Ruth, chapter 5 verse 7, that wisdom is profitable to direction. Oh yes, this one say those baby sellers are not normal human beings. They are heartless and wicked. As for the drug trafficking, EFCC is really doing their job well. The people involved should face the law. Mrs. Beauty now saying this one. This one say good evening, Funny Udeme. They read that witch girls give birth to babies and abandon them in Qatar. It's very alarming, my brother. Not true. No be lie you talk. May God help them because some of them later in the future they will get marriage and they will not have child. And there will be no child. May God help them. Yeah, Michael. Now saying this one. Keep your text message rolling in. Keep it coming in. 070-1933-9962. Kept it coming in so that we can read togetherness in the Lord. Praise the Lord. Good evening, Udeme. What this NDLEA is doing is not good. They will come to a person's shop without search warrant. they will not even present themselves to the owners of the shop for sales. Okay, to sales. They will now just enter person shop. Begin to sales. Person shop, they confine within they want to carry. Okay. Sometimes they came with those bad drugs. Tell them to come with sales warrant. If not, some people will take them to court for this illegal work them they do. My name na Yon. Okay, the talk say waiting this man try to talk about now. In case you don't understand, say me, I am a graduate. I am a graduation. I know how to put you in line and order of English. He's saying that when you are going to a shop to do this for person shop, carry your sales warrant, your sales. Like now you come out now, you say, I have the right to seize this shop. You carry your sales warrant and check for the shop. Praise the Lord. Let us enter phone call. Hello? Hello, and here where did it?
Hello?
Good evening. Now network, may try call back. Okay, people of this one don't send another one, another text message. This one say, Ureme, did they know that children are a blessing from God? Those burning and throwing away. If they don't repent, the wrath of God and hell is waiting for them. Adams Ruben 9 send this one. Okay, let us enter phone call. Hello?
Hello?
Yeah, good evening.
Good evening.
Yes, who is you? Who is speaking to me? Who is spoke here?
My name is Annabelle.
Annabelle?
Yes.
Annabelle, welcome.
Huh?
I say Annabelle, welcome.
I'm from Akwa State, but right now I'm in Lumokoro.
Hey, I say welcome now. See where you enter. So I didn't say na ERA say if you with this kind of voice where you talk like these things and Lumokoro even in. Welcome. Annabelle, welcome.
Yeah. Thank you.
It's a pleasure, rise.
Yeah. I just want to contribute about that issue of those girls who they sell picking.
Put mad, my dear.
Really good share for what them they do.
Okay.
But our police and they know they try at all. Because if our police them now go find out where these girls and they do all these things, now find out in our money, then go take steps to the case. Police go free them. So now them now can they encourage these girls. So most of the girls now them they say like instead of them to born picking, carry them they suffer, make them just carry themselves for people who no get, so that them go collect the money, solve their problem.
So you save them safe. But that thing no make sense now. I see, but you know what they been to push picking? You don't marry. Are you a married woman?
No, I never married.
Okay now, but you get man where they love you, Abby. Talk through now. You get man where they die for you. Now what if you can't marry that man now? The man you can't give you baby, you can't burn picking. You know what they been to push picking? Then you can't carry that same picking go sale because you don't get money. I'm so thankful.
Now why I say that one? Now why I say na bad thing.
Okay.
But now if we want really go into the matter, our police our police they encourage them first.
Okay, no problem. Now your own talk be that. What's in be your name again?
Annabelle.
Oh yeah, put your hand for your head.
Okay,
you don't put them.
My hand in my head.
Oh yeah, now repetition after me. Say my head no go spoil.
My head no go spoil.
Talk am again. Say my head no go spoil.
My head no go spoil.
Oh yeah, as you put your hand for your head, carry the other hand off the core. God bless you. Thank you. This girl go find where but if he get married, I don't even know it. People of Parakot, make we play this one. But that's song we want play again. Hey. Woo! I said today na groove. I just feel like enjoying myself. Oh, just don't talk about. Woo! Can they keep me in the mood? Oh my God. Hello?
Only swagger baby of Africa.
Daddy of life.
God bless you.
Daddy, God bless you, sir. Good evening, sir.
Good evening. How are you doing?
Are they fine, sir?
What of Pastor T?
In the distance. Quantamolu? Quantamolu?
Which country is that?
Na new country we no care coronavirus, so he did hide. Quantamolu, very sweet country. The trouble they come and pay. In Kantamoru. That they call him Nang, say Kantamoru.
Kantamoru?
Oh, yes.
That one be like all these, what do they call them? These Borno State communities.
Not the interior finish.
Because now them they be all this.
Kantamoru?
Big, so you go, somebody go buy it.
Buy in tongue now, new country where yours come out. In there now. You go come back tomorrow.
Oh, tomorrow?
Eh.
Okay. God you grant him safe journey.
Mem.
So I got the
Daddy of life.
Which one? And they talk about children ways and the say up and down.
Oh, don't be small thing, oh, daddy. If you see what thing they happen for Tang Nang, eh? The way the children, they all these small kids now, they born picking like dog fowl. When they born and finish, they'll carry and co-sale. Maybe for 200,000, 150,000. So all these big men, the more is like what's in the news carry say now, mostly all these big men, ritualists them, all these big ritualist men them. Just now.
And the police go there behind them.
And police, the news now, they say police don't go find them there, go arrest some of them. Don't discover this one for Okun State. No, say get one will be there for River State that time for Parakot. Now they don't enter, they don't open another branch now for Okun State. So they find here this now, they go from branch to branch, they arrest them. Maybe the police, eh?
Okay, police arrest them.
Yeah, CJs.
They arrest them. It's a bad thing now.
Oh, jeez.
Okay, the time where they will come grow now, come look the, come marry finish, come look for people now. People not come there. No good.
Exactly now. No, it's not a tongue now.
So make police arrest them and then know what to do about them so that the matter will end there. You know, good.
Oh, jeez.
Children of nowadays.
Sai.
And when they go do this military, they shoot them proper.
It is sweet now. You know, see my mother, they thought that time she was in the sweet goat for man, the paper and for backside.
That's true.
But in the sweet goat for man, the paper and for backyard now. You know the backyard now.
When go to the shop that thing, if you see about the way they do, I join up.
Yes. Now when you want to go toilet, didn't go no alpha.
You don't know the from backyard pepper day.
It is way.
Thank you very much. God bless you.
Daddy, God bless you, Abasi.
What of your daddy?
Daddy, he fine. He fine. He don't even tell you from himself.
You don't say, I beg, they call him one.
I could call him now. I want to kiss him from phone.
They call that the sweet us proper.
No problem. I could call him.
Thank you very much. God bless you.
Amen. Daddy, God bless you.
Bless you too.
Mem.
Take care.
Daddy took care.
Yeah.
Jess. This song they with me. Sing in short. Did they work marriage, eh? Anybody where I go marriage, where I go agreement say I want to marriage. You see this song now, eh? If you no play this song, the man no play this song. No be say I tell him, but if you no play this song, to use catch my attention, I no go marriage. I don't talk my own finish. Hey, the man that this message. This one say funny with me. I like that prayer where you make to relax, wake up. Please play for all the single kills out there so that their head no go spoil. Yeah, Michael. Okay, all the single kills out there, your head no go spoil. Hello?
Them bring is we know die. Them bring is we know die. Them bring a Lassa fever, we know die. Them bring Lassa fever.
Now fear they make this man they sing this song.
Bring monkey pox. Now so we chase all the monkey. Now so them bring virus. And made them travel. Travel go China. They no want travel go China again. Then they Nigeria.
Then they break now. If they travel, you know they take break.
Who they make me?
Oh, just good evening.
Good evening. How are you?
Are they fine? What's in your name, Abek?
My name is Ugochukwu calling from Emowa.
Ugochukwu from Emowa. Very welcome.
Kiss me. Just do it fast.
No, coronavirus they Abek. I know the rule I can do. I know the rule. I say I know the rule.
See, them bring HIV, we no die. Them bring AIDS, negative.
Yeah.
Them bring what is a rat? They say now what they call it?
Ransa.
Lassa fever, let's catch out the rat today for 3 to kill. Them bring monkey, we chase all the monkey with the inside bush. Monkey they shot waiting into. Now this one don't come now.
all of them don't run come back. Now we don't know Nigeria get brush. Now our brush in the use. They need to travel again. Now our Panadol they work here.
Our hospitality here they work now. You know say we get good doctors.
No original. Yes, no original.
You know say if I be say Ukochukwu. You know say if I be the doctor for this country, I go charge them where we are going increase the money so that they go payment for out of flight they call outside go for the treatment. They go pay better money now, double now.
Wow. All of them don't travel come back. They don't want to travel. They say Nigeria they're good.
The country is good. Facility is very
perfect. I go bring my album. I don't want. I go bring them for Wazobia. Mona plan. Made them here.
No, na Today FM. No be Wazobia. Today FM.
Sorry. Today FM.
No problem. Sorry. No problem. In short, for this way, I no go kiss you for this way. You don't make mistake. Oh yeah, close door. Close door, then. Close the door. You don't close the. You don't close door. You don't close the door. I don't get. Oh yeah, close them again. Close them again.
I don't close them.
Close the window now. You know some say that window they open. Close the window. Okay, now I said your lip. Said your lip. Why your lip can't swallow up this week? What's your job?
You know swallow up.
You know swallow up. I take you. I took it now.
Kiss me. Aye. These are not adoring me. Now make I give you that title, woman
with a good heart. Oh, yes.
Yeah, woman of good heart. But I don't go forget how they call you. Look.
Say, Uko. God bless you, eh?
You see these two girls where their eye they do like transgressor. Where their eye be like this dumb baby. That time they small. You don't want dumb baby where they buy. If you buy nothing, eye they do prem. All these girls they cause all this problem.
Okay.
Because you see, not be one thing they pursue them, many things they pursue them. Many things they pursue them. But I advise them. When my wife they born first one, I mean they pray for my wife go born woman. My face change. So God put himself tire me.
Nobody knows you know by the woman. See, you know say
I come now. Okay. No, I come now. At my face change before I go know my wife born second one, man. Third one, man. Fourth one, man. Fifth one, man. I say, hey, now I don't find the woman again. You know? I don't see again. Did that want to go find Pekin? Did that want to go find Pekin? God now go punish them. Sorry, man, don't use that kind of word.
I understand.
I know why they talk because this way they do, you know good.
See the one where see Uko. No fake say they caught you and the one way if you touch me pass, Now when I've been there online just today, now I see that one for Facebook. Now when they open carton for us my brotherhood, if you see this fine picking, this picking jello, see the full head, the hair full, this picking don't die. The picking don't die. The mama will born am throwing with clothes where you wear am, put am inside husband, cover am there. The person can't go open am, can't see am saying a newborn baby where them born just today with the umbilical cut. For the belly, you put on for inside. What kind of wickedness is that one now? Even if you don't want, and you know one train them, why you not carry and go motherless baby home? Carry and go orphanage home. Keep them there.
Our born and hospital there, live around.
You understand now?
People where they interested go carry them.
It's that one I touch me pass. I tell you.
You see, all these women, all these small girls with their eye. If you look them, if you come outside now, you go see them. Their eye they do like traffic of them, blem. If they look them now, they come on my eye because they're very careful of them. May them not charm me. Well,
it is way.
Only God go judge them.
It is way. God bless you. Oh yes.
Who they may sabi dance. Who they may sabi dance, pastor.
You dance, pastor. God bless you.
Make other people call.
Okay, 2K. Okay, I'm going to just play this song for people who do their birthday today. Carry this song. No go to do pass your safe. Make I play this song now. No carry this song, they go. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Your birthday now today. As you do celebration your birthday, remember this song too. No go to do pass your safe. Young D.
Money no day today, money go day tomorrow. Feel good is a happy day. Oh no, baby. Oh yeah. No go go they do pass yourself. No go they do pass yourself. Pepe, no go they do pass yourself.
Hello.
Yeah, only the name.
Encourage friend.
You live in Ma.
I create you, sir.
I is my brother talking drum.
Ere Kontoru.
Okay, this new country where you go.
Kontoru.
Don't go where Ebola virus. Even the name of the country says they pursue Ebola virus.
Kontoru?
That name is Ebola virus. It's just a terrorist. I know say others will go UK. That man has been still wrong go hide. Kontoru. Ebola virus will go reach there. Well, that's why they call you now assessment. Still go hide. If you have human being, can you go there?
Kontoru.
In some of the country self, they kill malaria, they kill monkeypox, even they kill corruption. I don't blame her.